Yes, Frim. 1 Goliath, 2 Goliath, 3 Goliath, 4. All Goliath same.
We don't all look alike, you racists.
DM no more. I don't know.
DM is done. We've broken him.
DM no more.
You broke the DM a long time ago, let's be honest. Cameras on, shirts off. Twitch will never be the same.
Mood lighting
This campaign now. This campaign will not have sponsors.
We will not have sponsors. Oh goodness.
All right.
Anyway,
we left off in the latrines, or actually latrine adjacent. You all found.
I just want to point.
Yes.
I just want to point out for the streamers, anyone listening, we are all currently in the hot tub right now. Just throwing that out there.
Yes, we're not bathing in the loop.
Well, one never knows.
For our OnlyFans fans out there.
Rum did drink the water, and it tastes pretty clean. But
it did have the spirit of one ancient dead Drugar escape through it.
Oh no, he drank dead people water. Damn it.
If you think about it, really, all the water we drink is partially dead people at some point in life.
When I spread my dad's ashes,
Other stuff that
there
happened.
were like people just downstream fishing.
that's amazing. Yes, I'm here for that.
So we have hot.
If you ever go fishing it,
No thanks. No fishing with dead people.
Oh,
say hi to Dad if you're ever fishing in the Brazos.
Okay.
Oh, if only I was a necromancer, the jokes would be so much better.
So hot tub time machine. Latrines. You guys created a new god last session, or at least started a new cult. The cult of the shiny.
Oh yeah,
yes.
yeah. Fucking
welcome.
Shiny the goblin.
You are very welcome for that.
And you got a badger.
You did. You have a giant
you got a
badger.
big badger. Blanche
Oh,
or Bessie.
Bessie.
Yeah, Bessie.
Hope you guys are okay floating Echo, because I'm broke now.
What do you mean? Oh, money. Yeah. You gave up all your coins to the goblins.
You could. There's always a way to get that back later if you can find them. Okay, so we're gonna pick up where we left off. You are all in the hot tub. Hodoldak has been freed from his earthly chains, and before leaving, he helped you fix the elevator down to the mine shaft. There's only... Well, I'm going to say there are 2 areas that really didn't get explored on this level. One was the closet with the symbols, or not a closet. One was the place with the symbols in the bedroom. And the other is the barred door that the goblins barred. You are all sitting in the hot tub. How much time do you all spend in the hot tub?
I would
Enough for my
probably say
pains to soothe away.
I would probably say a few minutes, just to give enough time for Goldak to, be freed and us enjoy the waters just a little bit before we have to press on.
Right.
Because there is a horde of goblins out there too.
Right, but we should stay long enough to make it worth taking the armor off. I mean, that takes a hot minute, so
What armor?
Well, for those of us that actually wear protective garments.
Oh,
Armor?
So yeah, it would take a full minute to doff armor like that.
Yeah.
And then re-don it.
Yeah. I'm not 5 minutes. I don't think would kill us. Hopefully.
No. Yeah, just a few minutes, enough to do our stuff, enjoy the hot water before carrying on. Yeah.
Bram's head is laying back and he's just snoring. He's already out.
That's those Fey waters, man.
We're gonna let the badger wake you up, Framp. Good old Bessie.
What does the badger
Weirdest-
say?
She's my pillow. She's sitting on the outside, like behind me, and
Aww.
just resting on her.
That's adorable.
Roll an animal handling check with advantage, of course.
With advantage. First roll of the night. Come on, come on, come on, come on. And I'm using my new dice. Yoo-hoo, 17.
She looks pretty comfortable. She's just kind of relaxing there with you, wiggling her body.
Oh.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Just like that.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
A new party member to die for. Great.
It's Ripper
You will
2.0.
never die.
Given the
don't
tone of how
say
you said that, God forbid we have another player join us. So much spite to be had. Yeah, this is not funny.
Okay, so 5 minutes or so passes. Does the group exit the tub?
Yeah, reluctantly.
The water was very nice.
I miss having a hot tub.
Guys, I think I peed there a little.
Everybody pees in the hot tub. Don't worry about it.
I
My little
think
brother was
while
really bad
we're
about
Going to the
it.
toilet anyways.
I think while we're getting out and like dressed again, I think Grum would kind of address Frampt a little bit, like, "Hey, Frampt, quick question for you. Well,
Sure.
while you were in the Fae, did you ever happen to encounter or come across or even hear of some magic turtle person? Kind of had a little bit of a bad attitude. And he's basically referring to I forget his name, the one that we killed.
I want to say
Balthus?
Balthus, yes.
Balthus, yes.
Yeah,
Referring to
Balthus.
him.
Nope. Never. Actually, a couple of weeks before I came back, Pip said he popped in. He was sent back to give a little gift. Mentioned something about some ugly turtle and I think a troll or something. That's about the closest thing I remember.
When you mention
game.
when you mention the turtle, Grum just kind of gets a little excited. He's like, yeah, that one. And then he pulls his shield and he shows it off and kind of like taps it a couple times, like, check it out, man. And he's just basically showing off his big tortoise shell shield.
How long ago was that for you guys?
How
How long ago would that have been in game? Like a couple of weeks?
It was about 6. No, hold on. Damn, it was about like almost 10 sessions ago.
In-game
I know.
time is a bit wonky. So give me a second. It would have been over a week in-game time.
Okay.
Okay, so over a week. So we'll say, oh wow, yeah, that was like a few years ago. Wow, crazy this Feywild shit. To be honest, it's we call it Feylag, Feylag. Crazy, like when you teleport from one place to the other, and like it was light. It was like 12 o'clock one place, but now it's like 3 in the
While
morning.
you're talking, Grum just holds up his open palm and he's like, yeah, I'm not even gonna pretend to understand what you're talking about, but check it out. And then he bangs the shield again. The only thing is, the only drawback, it's really, really freaking heavy and it can't move as quickly with it,
Can I touch it?
Say what? 2 people spoke.
Wait,
Sorry.
Oh. You go first.
Maybe you just need some practice.
I think you're right. Because at the beginning of our adventures, my axe didn't want to obey. And now it does. But now I can't use it. That's fine. It'll be alright, I guess.
It's okay. I'm sure you'll find a skull to bury that axe again. Bury that axe in again. Can I?
He
And
stands
it's the
proud.
shield. It's the turtle shell shield, right?
It looks like a turtle, yes.
Yeah. Like, I gotta say, I have never seen a turtle that big. When Pip said Tobin was having trouble with a turtle, I mean, it wouldn't be the craziest thing I've heard about Tobin, but I mean, I thought he was literally wrestling with a tortoise or something, and Pip had to go help.
It wasn't
was
a
the weirdest
regular
thing, but,
animal. It wasn't a normal swamp turtle, no. This one stood on 2 legs, and it had magical powers, and it was pretty... He was an asshole. He was an asshole, to say the least. Right, girls? Right, ladies? Looking at Nyx and Echo. Just be like, yeah, let's agree.
Grum, as you insult Balthus, you kind of feel something indescribable from the shield.
Oh, God. Ugh. Anyway, I feel like we should press on, And then Grum just kind of steps out. He didn't disrobe or anything. He's not wearing armor, so he just steps out. And he's like right at the doorway, ready to go.
all Fram did was just take off his bags and like the leathers around his chest, really.
I guess I'll start getting rearmed. Which is like a whole ass process for Echo because it's heavy armor.
It would be a whole ass process.
If you allow.
As
You'll
Bessie,
notice that when Framp steps,
no go.
Bessie.
I was gonna say Bessie shakes off like a dog.
Steps out of the water. Shakes off. When Framp steps out, you notice that his like pants don't actually look all that wet, and that's because he just like points down and smiles and like points at his pants and boots and is like otter fur.
I'm gonna have to get some of that.
Oh yeah, if you like killing asshole turtle people, man, go to the Feywild. This was from an asshole otter.
The party becomes a party of animal killers because they're all assholes.
Okay, as long as you're
The animals, not the party.
It's not animal cruelty if they're animal people.
That's true. It's just regular
Then it's just regular cruelty.
I think it's called murder.
Then it's called civilization.
There you go.
What
Just
path?
regular.
What path would the group like to take?
I think we gotta go downstairs, don't we?
The elevator is one
The
path.
elevator is right here in this room that he fixed.
What did we do with the bodies, by the way, of dead goblins? Did we leave them in there?
You left.
Yeah, they're
Yep.
just
Like,
Yeah,
did we straight up just...
Sure did.
You murdered the goblins and left
we
them
hear-
be.
Can we hear shiny chanting from in here, or are we too kind of far into the rock?
Roll a perception check.
I think Grum wants to leave a note too.
13.
You do not hear any chanting.
Guys, I don't hear any chanting.
Actually, you know what? Grum is actually going to come out here and close the door over like it was before.
Okay, you can easily shut the door. Do you bar it or do you just shut it?
I just pull it closed, and I look at Framp as he's walking over this, like, towards this direction. Oh yeah, I forgot we had to go that way. I'd be like, oh, where should we stash these bodies? We should also leave a note.
Put them in the bed. Put the
case. Be like, they attack first.
I don't think the goblins.
Put them in their beds. Put the covers over them.
Grum just like lightly applauds, like, you are genius.
How bloody is the area right
Grum
now?
will start like doing just that while the rest of the party like acclimates themselves. So he starts putting the dead bodies back in the beds, making them all nice and proper looking, or at least the way they should be looking.
So to give you what the battle was, a lot of chopping, a lot of fire bolting, a lot of blood, a lot of scorching, a lot of three heads exploding.
Oh, that's right. They explode.
They explode when they die, as do we all. Just different orifices.
Grab their pillows, stuff them under the sheets.
I'm gonna run in here quickly and be like, quick, who has prestidigitation? And then like I'm gonna come in the bathroom and grab this mop and bucket and just come in here and just start like throwing water all over the floor.
Now we're cleaning up the mess, bro.
And on the ceiling. And I'm doing this like Navy style.
I'm just gonna look at Nick.
No damn maid.
I'm just gonna look at Nick.
Like, I'm not very good, so like, and I'm like pushing all the bits of brain and gore, like under the beds and stuff.
I'm not helping with that. That's too much. I'm just waiting for the rest of the party to fall in so that we can go move on.
Before you all go, for no reason in particular, could you two cleaning give me a deception check so I have a baseline for future?
Future things that aren't important.
But I said I wasn't cleaning. Hey, that's fine. I got a 16.
Okay, noted. How would the party like to proceed?
The bodies are in the bed.
Yes.
I rolled a 2. So the floor is clean, but I'm covered in gore and just leaving a trail.
You are the best, bro. Why you ain't wipe your feet?
Would you guys like to take the elevator down?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Let's say.
All
I'm
right.
finally dressed.
I will clear a path to where the elevator takes you. Follow the path.
I was literally about to make the noise myself before you did, so I didn't.
So,
An elevator was
one, how are we on dark vision?
I do not have it.
It's very dark.
Nope, don't have it.
It is also very
either.
dark.
Do I have a torch?
I have torches.
No torches. I got this.
What's that?
I mean, unless you want torches, but I can share Eyes of Night with all 3 of you. I know Nyx doesn't need it, but I'm going to share it with her anyway because everybody now has dark vision out to a range of 300 feet.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah, bro.
Party.
I'm sure Nyx will take the 300 boost.
Ah.
Yeah.
So,
The first thing we see are all these dead bodies.
Actually, the first thing you would notice is probably that the air is very stale and kind of rotten. It hits your nose in a very special, sour way. Nyx, you're really the only one in the position to see those mine carts in the bodies, which look like they have been there for quite some time. The rest of you see branches of the mine that branch off.
Ugh. Yikes.
Guys, I'm gonna walk these branches. Get it?
And I'll say this as well. You all also hear a steady clank of hammers. And maybe a
Are we
whirling
able to-
sound.
If we
Awesome.
roll high enough perceptions, can we determine where the clanging is coming from? Which branch?
Well, you know how I feel about rolling. Go right ahead.
I'm gonna roll.
Keep rolling. Oh man, it's a
It's
shit.
12.
Setting a good precedent tonight, guys.
Right?
That's fine. Get the bad ones out of the way now.
Yeah, that's how it happens. I'm gonna change these dice.
I don't even know how you change your dice.
It's in your settings.
If you go to collections on the main page, the bottom right token is my dice. You hover over
Oh.
collections.
See it there.
Hmm.
Watch out. Some of them make noise and it gets really annoying.
Some
I
dice
love
some
If
dice
you're
sets
on a
are better.
really poor computer, don't use the Denvershot dice set. Every nat 20 will make an animation and it'll just slow your shit down.
Oh no.
The witch
But it's
dice?
fun.
The witch dice?
Oh,
Denver
witch dice
Shot.
would be awesome.
Yeah.
Little ones with
the
hats.
Denver Shard.
So y'all remember that die necklace that my wife got me that had the bat on it? There's another die in the same fashion, but it's purple, and it's got a Gengar on it.
Oh, that's cool.
Right?
Let's see.
All right, my friendly Gangars. What path do we pick?
The one that leads backward.
That would be the elevator you just took.
Let's just go home. Let's go back to my house.
Tired of adventuring.
As long as she doesn't make me
Yeah,
wear
you know what?
little coverings again.
She's married off now. She's not even living at home.
She's much more mature now, if you were to meet her, probably.
Probably, maybe.
We'll have to find out.
Yeah.
So we don't know which fork the clanging is coming from with the max perception of 12.
Not with the 12. There is
Well,
sound emanating from more than one area. Almost an
Okay.
echoey kind of thing after a certain point.
Hmm.
Echo.
Well,
you.
there are mine carts. Well, you said Echo is the only one that could see it, so
Well, Nyx is up on the northern branch there. She's got line of sight down that path.
I'm staring at a wall.
And I'll give you the official reading on that for Nyx. Rickety set of tracks runs the length of the chamber. Half a dozen rusty mine carts sit unused on the tracks, wheels bent and cobwebs blanketing the trolleys. The ground is littered with ancient refuse, and open crates filled with dust-covered tools line the cavern walls. Propped against these carts are 3 skeletons, their skulls shattered and caved in. Nyx, that's
Looks
what
like
you
I've
see.
been here before.
Yikes.
How, question. The dark vision. How do we have to be near you or anything, or do we just have it? Like, what's the rules on it?
You have to be near me when I cast it, but it lasts for an hour regardless of your relationship to me.
Okay.
All right, cool. Only because I just wanted to like step over here and just peek around this corner real quickly.
Yeah, no, you should be good.
Once
I'm gonna peek down each of these, but I'm not gonna go far.
one stealth
Like,
check,
kind of like.
and
Oh man.
you see that it kind of bends
luck.
back. To get a clearer view, you'd probably have to go a little bit further.
Split the party.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not
Split
doing
the
that.
party.
But there
You're
is
definitely not doing
something
that.
that you can relay back. There is some info you can relay back.
Well, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out my cartographer's tools and just start taking notes of like where we're in, so we don't get like lost or anything.
Yes.
Not that I guess we really can, considering I'm looking at a top-down map, but you know, for roleplay purposes.
Right, I was gonna say your character would probably do so.
It might have stuff like that will have bigger benefits than you probably realize.
So what you're saying is roleplay everything.
What I'm saying,
20,000 in back taxes? Fuck you.
You know, I really am trying to get into that habit. Like, I see it, and it's like I've never used like any of those tools or anything. So, like, might as well find a use for them.
there is
Got
a
it.
use for everything that you have. Just like roles, the items you use will help you determine different things and have different outcomes.
You know, the biggest thing is trying to remember that like this isn't a video game. Like, this isn't like World of Warcraft where the goal is just to like beat the dungeon, get the gear, then go to the next thing. It's like to actually enjoy what's happening in the world.
Yeah. It is meant to be immersive.
I'm gonna
So that
do
being
sort of
said,
the same.
immerse yourself, Frampt. What did you see over there?
Do it.
I saw the map start to turn a little purplish, and then I came back.
Purple. Would you describe it as a light or a glow, or just like the colors on the walls changed?
So
It was a joke. More like I didn't want to go any further without you guys.
Frampton, you would note that the crystals you saw did kind of have a sparkle and glow to them.
There were crystals I saw.
Those little purple things are crystals along the wall that sparkle a little bit and glow and shimmer. Almost if you've ever been in a cavern underground and like saw light reflecting off crystals in the ceiling or on the wall. It's that kind of deal.
Donkey Kong.
Yeah, I know what you mean. My daughter and I just the other day just did one of those like Discovery Channel science kits that was like the geodes where we break them open with rocks, and so I just did a whole thing like this with.
But we're studying.
It's the exact same thing except exponentially more deadly.
Yeah. Like
Right, so
I didn't want to go too far, but I started to see some. I did see some purple crystals. They, you know, probably really cool or probably really deadly. You never know.
I'm gonna look at Echo and then at Nick and be like, huh, y'all's are black, these are purple. We should probably check them out. What do you guys think?
I mean, it seems like a good as idea of any. I'm gonna pop down this way and I'm gonna peek into this cavern real quick before we go.
All right,
Everybody roll in it today.
stealthily, I should assume.
I'm gonna try.
Roll me 1 stealth and 1 perception.
Uh-oh.
Alright, well, this is gonna go bad real quickly, y'all. So
Roll them at the same time. See if that helps.
Bigger hot.
yeah, I have
Even
a
bigger
mouse
hot
now, so I can
springs.
get my disadvantage on here. All right,
Wait, what about disadvantage?
She's giving herself disadvantage.
I have heavy armor.
Oh, that's right. Fuck.
Okay, that's a stealthy
I
stealth.
forgot.
Now 1
That's super
perception.
stealthy. I trip, smack the wall right as I get to the end of that.
You trip, smack the wall, you get a 15. Give me 1 sec. Okay, here's what you see. First, there is a scent of sewage that just emanates from the cesspit. The tunnel opens up. There's a flooded cavern with wastewater, dripping stalactites. There's a partially obscure lumbering mass of black chitin and translucent pale skin lapping up sewage hungrily. And that
Real quick, how do you
Yo.
know what you're trying to say?
Chitinous, the chitin, ugh. Ugh.
you see that sitting in the middle there.
No.
And
Oh.
let me see something. What was your stealth roll?
It was 19.
His head, its head turns towards you, but it doesn't move yet.
I'm gonna back up towards the group if I can.
Yeah, we're not in initiative yet. So you start backing up. Roll an insight check.
See, this is. Well, I'm not gonna say that. Much better. 23.
Oh,
It looks
Yeah,
looked like something you once saw at the bottom of a well.
Yeah. So done with that.
oh,
Yeah.
oh shit.
I recognize the name as a player, but yeah.
As
So
a character, it might be the same one.
I'm not gonna recommend we go that way. That's the toilet.
With your perception roll of 15, you also caught a glimpse of something shiny sticking out of the water.
He was trying to kill me.
I hear you over there, Nix. I know that movie.
Okay.
Okay, so that way's the toilet, and the way Cramped went is purple crystal, and then you see Grum kind of like doing the scale thing with his arms and hands up and down, like weighing the options. Which way, toilet or purple crystals?
So crystals?
Sure. I mean, didn't that thing? Isn't you said it was one of the things from the well? Didn't that thing care more about eating than actually trying to kill us?
It did. But this one
Will be all right.
different. Do you want to go try and feed it?
No, I just mean I'm just trying to make sure that it's not gonna decide to just come up behind us while we're looking at crystals and try to eat us.
No, I think it's pretty content drinking the water that's in there.
And I shudder a little bit when you say that, like at the thought of this thing just drinking raw sewage, but I'm like, okay, all right, well, go look at these crystals.
Grum feels judged. He drank the bath water.
You used that word. I don't think we drank the bath water.
It's the royal we.
It wasn't a we.
I look
Was
back,
it
I'm like, who's
me?
we? You got a mouse in your pocket?
Where's Bessie?
Oh, would you have brought Bessie down?
Did we leave her
man.
safe?
That's up to you guys.
She lives up there.
Do you guys want to bring Bessie to the tunnels?
See, the subtext there that you want Bessie to die in the tunnels.
I know. I would have told her, you stay here, girl, we'll come back. And then I would have told the party that, like, if we don't end up coming back through there, if we don't end up leaving the same way we came in, then we have to go back for Bessie. Those goblins will never treat her right. Come on, you all agree? She's adorable.
Nope, I agree.
Grom, do you agree that we'll go back for Bessie if we have to?
I miss Ripper.
Oh no!
But Bessie's like Ripper 2.0.
That's right. Bessie's better than Ripper. 2.0. 2.0.
We didn't have to feed a corpse to Bessie to get her to like us. She just loved us from
Gonna
the
hug
beginning.
Grum. Just gonna hug
Say
Grum.
I'm gonna hug Grum too.
Oh, Grum feels love now. He's enjoying the hug. He's taking it in, but he gives Frampt a little mean side eye. No, he gives God a mean little side eye for saying what he said about River.
I don't know who that is, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh my God! Did you guys hear that? I gotta apologize.
What?
Anyway.
Which of the 3 branches would the party like to take?
I
Grum's
guess
official vote would be to start
right.
with the Crystal Cavern.
Yeah. And I'll lead the way.
Before,
I think at this
when
point,
Grum and Echo release, Grum just kind of says softly, "That was nice."
Good.
Actually, I was gonna stealth, but I said screw it because if we're about to head into like a glittering crystal cave area, I'm pretty sure we'll be easily seen.
Quick question before we continue: do either of you, Echo and Nyx, have Pass Without Trace?
No.
Damn.
What?
Actually, hang on. I think I was looking at that, but I can't remember if it was this character or not. Well, either way, I wouldn't have it today. I already picked spells for the day.
All right.
Have
We'll
what?
let you, Nyx. Pass Without Trace.
I don't think clerics have that.
I just have fly.
If you're trickery, if you're like trickery or like one of the other domains or something, you get it.
Yeah, Twilight doesn't have it. You're right. Trickery Domain has access to it, but
Okay. I keep forgetting you're specifically Twilight.
Hey, real
Something
quick,
like that.
for no particular reason, of course. Fram and Grum, just you two. Can you roll perception checks for me?
Oh dear God. I'm
why are
scared.
we did?
Grum, I'll give you guidance.
I'm still in that one, but all right.
I will explain the philosophy behind it after.
Philosophy of guidance on a nat 1.
Fram, you and you alone are going to see something as you proceed down.
All right.
Ooh, it's shiny.
All right. First, we're gonna do the Let's do the official reading of the shiny. The tunnel opens to a 20-foot high cylindrical chamber. The cavern looks like the inside of a geode. The walls encrusted with crystals that sparkle and glow. A mine cart track spirals around the cavern before plunging deeper into the mountain. And I will say that Fram, you and you alone see 3 monsters wrapped stealthily around the stalactites.
Greg.
Because Echo's the only one in my line of sight, I look back at her and I hold up like the number 3, like 3 fingers, and then I like make this like ugly, goofy, but kind of like scary monster face, and then point like up ahead, and then like also try to mouth like tell Grum and Nyx.
So I'm gonna turn around to Grum, and even though he can see me, I'm gonna like wave my hands and grab his attention. And I'm gonna hold up the number 3, and I'm gonna try and mimic Framp's face, and then I'm gonna point with both fingers up to the ceiling.
There are 3 extra lives on the ceiling. Got it.
Yeah, Grum turns to Nyx. He holds up 2 fingers, and then salt, and then like slowly adds 1 more, so it's 3. And then he looks up, shrugs, and then he makes like this weird grimace that like his jaw juts forward, he's squinty, he's like he just grunts.
I'm gonna turn around and give Framp the thumbs up.
Yeah, that's 2 thumbs up back.
How you said the ceiling's 20 feet?
The ceiling is officially 20
I
feet.
heard 20 feet. And the stalactites hang down like how far? Does it say?
It doesn't stay. Stalactites aren't very massive. Stalactites hang like 6 feet off. They're closer to the
Alright.
they're closer to the top of the ceiling than otherwise.
All right, like they're like hanging on at the base.
Yes.
All right.
Since he's kind of pointing
I
this
turn
out,
around.
can I see them?
Can you what?
Can I see them now that they've been somewhat pointed out?
Roll a perception check with advantage.
Oh, character sheet. Perception with advantage. Let's see what I can get. Not super great. 14.
14's enough.
Awesome. Okay,
You
so I
can
have
see
an
these
idea
little
of what's
things.
going on.
Yes.
All right. Well, I give the party a kind of a playful, wicked smile, and I rage. My eyes start glowing as I look at them.
I'm gonna grab Framp's shoulder.
Yeah, before we rage, they're up on the ceiling.
I mean, Echo and Nyx can attack them from distance, and I can pull one of them down. Actually, each turn I can grab one and pull one to me.
It's a subclass thing you have?
Yep, got it at level 6.
You lucky bastard. Okay, never mind. I'll
Branches,
shut up.
branches,
All right. With the start of
branches
rage,
of the tree.
let's go ahead and roll initiative.
All right, I'm gonna give myself
Also-
advantage on initiative because I need to do something before they get split up. So,
Oh yeah, same before initiative because I raged.
yes.
Echo, because you're closer, I'm giving you 8 temp HP. From vitality of the tree.
Wow, that 33 is ridiculous.
Well, it's not
Oh,
right.
yeah.
That's not a
Yeah.
real
Wait.
initiative roll. I gotta reroll that.
Who got a 33?
Alright, and then
What?
I rolled funny in D&D Beyond, and it added my two
It rolled
20s
2
together.
d20s
Whoa.
instead of rolling initiative twice and added them is all. But
All
she
right,
did get a
19.
natural 20 on one of the d20, so.
Yeah, so that was wasted.
Okay. Echo,
You're
you're
still top.
Echo. Technically, you're going to get to go first.
Yep.
All right, so the first thing I want to do is let's see if I can get this right. This D&D Beyond is not my friend sometimes. So I think if I throw it right here, I'm going to cast Fairy Fire. And I
Deck
think
Nice.
deck saves.
yes, 14, please.
All right, we'll do. I didn't name them previously. Give me one sec. A. Bay.
I bet the next one's C.
Say.
Okay.
If
I'm
you
so
would have
good at
said
this
that,
game.
if you would have said that 1 second prior, it would have been D. All right. All right. Dexes. All my
Hey, guys, take it
Dexes
you're
live in
welcome to
Texas.
DM.
1 fail. 1 succeed. And 2 succeed.
Dadgummit.
What color is your fairy fire?
It is that same kind of, almost the same green that the inflict wounds is. It's a little bit brighter.
Like that?
Okay.
That's the only green I
Yeah.
got, so.
That's perfect. So that one is outlined in the shimmery green.
Which also shimmers off the crystals in the cavern, and it creates like this eerie fairy light.
Yes.
The room
So
sparkles brown now.
Is it shiny?
Yes.
Does that mean
dim light, and everybody has advantage on attacking that one.
Yeah.
Okay, and you are concentrating on the fairy fire.
Correct.
Okay, Echo, anything else?
I don't think I have bonus actions really. Not that I'm going to use.
Alright.
No, I'm good.
Brampton, you're next.
Alrighty, well, I am going to try and pull C towards me. It has to succeed on a DC 14 strength.
C rolls a 12.
Haha, he is pulled right in front of me.
Okay, so
Woohoo!
is this
And
like
his speed is reduced to 0?
is this like a mystical pull or is this like a physical pull?
So the way it's described, while your rage is active and a creature you can see starts its turn within 30 feet of you, you can take a reaction to summon spectral branches around it. The target must succeed the saving throw or be teleported to an unoccupied. It doesn't really give anything. I guess it's supposed to be something like branches of the tree pulling it, or it's like teleporting it.
Okay, so it specifically
so
says teleport. That's good.
Yeah, so I would probably put it as like flavor it as the wood branches that make up the hilt of my weapon. Like, just I point the bottom of it and it just reaches out, grabs it, and yanks it over to me.
Like Groot?
Like Groot, kind of.
You wanted it, you got it.
Woohoo! And now I will attack. Does it still have advantage? How does Fairy Fire work? Oh, that one's not.
The other two saved. Fairy Fire gives you advantage against the person being attacked. So A, you'd have advantage against. C and B are okay. 19 hits.
Does a 19 hits. 10 plus 2. So 12 points of damage. Bludgeoning damage. And I can force it to make a saving throw, which I'm assuming is
Okay, strength
14.
save. Strength save, you said?
Con save.
Con
For
save.
topple for the maul. 8 plus 3 plus the ability modifier. So yeah, it should be 14.
It cannot save against Darth Maul. And it is toppled.
Alright. Alright. And then I will attack it again.
With advantage since it's toppled.
Yay!
Actually, let me ask you a question real quick. Your weapon's not magical,
Yeah.
right?
No.
Okay, it doesn't look like it hit
damn
as
it.
hard as it could have.
Aw.
But it did do damage. And it
The
is
next one
toppled.
was a 21,
Yep.
and it is toppled. Next one was 21 and 10.
Alright, it squawks at you and its tentacles and its beak just start flailing on the ground. And anything else?
Nope. That's it.
Alright. So, it's going to get back up. And he's going to try to hit you with its tentacle. $16 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, its tentacle hits. So you're going to take 9 points of slashing damage, reduce as appropriate for your rage. And as it hits you with its tentacle, you see its beak follow up and try to peck in very hard and fast for a 17. Which will do an additional 5 points of piercing damage. Also reduce that as necessary. And
okay.
Good news.
Oh, if it's odd, how
Go ahead.
how does that round down like that? What would that round to? Because one was a 9. So would I take 4 points of damage or 5 points of damage?
You take 1 point off and then round that down. So you'd take 4. It would go down to 8, and then you'd have 8. The other two drop down, and A comes over towards you, and he will also do what the other one did. So first the tentacle, which misses.
The con score is high.
It does not follow up with the beak, and the other one starts coming towards it, and he can't reach you guys. Nyx.
Not sure if I can do a firebolt from where I'm at without hurting my comrades.
Firebolt doesn't have splash damage. It's not a fireball, so you don't have to worry about damaging enemies.
We don't use the rule set where having them in the line of fire gives the enemy cover. Then we don't use the rule set where a miss can hit them. So as long as you're in line of sight of them, which would require you to move around that corner, you would be able to fire against them.
So move to like right about here.
That works. You'd have C or A, your choice.
I want to do A.
Alright. Firebolt?
Yep. Roll with advantage, right? Yes.
Yeah, A. Yes, A is currently lit up like a tree.
Like a Christmas tree.
Very pretty. A sickly green Christmas tree.
Christmas.
Damn. Crit.
All right.
Yes, crit damage for his 27.
And it's magical, so there's no resistance. Unless it's got fire resistance.
Wait.
How in the fuck?
I know.
Jesus.
So you hit it with this massive fireball, and it immediately bursts into a gigantic flame, and just ashes kind of slowly waft in the air as it is totally destroyed.
You're over here the commotion, you can't see it, and he's a little jealous. He's like, hey, what the fuck happened? What'd you do?
It happened right in front of me. Like the flames are like probably like 6 inches away from me. Like I can smell like burnt hair off my knuckles or whatever. I'm just like, wow, that was pretty cool.
Didn't know these things spontaneously combusted. I cast instant flame.
Check out
Nyx,
Ginny Weasley over here. Jesus.
do you have anything else that you'd like to do? Any movement? Say anything?
Nope, that's it.
All right, Grum, it goes to
Still
you
cold-blooded.
on your initiative roll of 4. As you lumber forward, remember you have 20 feet of movement.
Yeah.
Oh, girl.
He just stomps through, lugging all of his equipment. It's like, oh, I made it. And then, real quick, what's that gray border around C?
That he got up. He was knocked down, but he got
Okay.
back up.
So okay. All right. We're gonna.
Never gonna keep them down.
I was going to do something akin to that.
I got up again.
See, that's where I would.
Right. I'm sure that first
I'm
one
a
misses,
whelp.
That 10 does not hit.
but that 18 plus 6 does.
That hits.
And this is one-handed. And he'll need to make a DC 17 con save.
Okay.
Where's my damage?
Let's do damage first. How much is the damage?
I clicked it, didn't roll it, so re-roll. What's going on? Unlucky roll.
He is now immune to damage.
Psych. 9 damage. Non-magical.
All right, so you have this big turtle shield in one hand, and the battle axe comes around, hits it, and he fails his Con save.
Yeah, he definitely is. I feel like he would like swing at the head just to miss and like spin around and loop it for his feet to trip him up. But that is the. Oh shit. Anyway, that's Crum's turn. Son of a bitch. I forgot to rage.
Oh, you don't have a second attack without raging?
Huh? No, I do. I get 2 attacks without rage. It's a
Oh,
barbarian thing.
that's right. You did the 2 attacks. I forgot the first attack.
Yeah, I missed.
Echo, you are no longer concentrating on fairy fire.
Right. Bill, baby, I need that hand. Come on. Quit. It's a
I didn't
cat.
know sweet talking the baddies was a new maneuver we were trying.
That honestly, that's the
Echo-
best maneuver.
You
Echo is
you gave it a name?
Echo is totally. No, she's not that kind of girl.
She's a sweetie.
I wanted to know where that was going to go. Honestly, a piece of me.
Yeah, same here.
Good old lady.
All right.
If
I'm going to. Actually, I don't even have to get that far. I'm going to stay back here. I'm going to twin guiding bolt.
Hey.
Let me mark this off. Let me mark off my ability because I'll definitely forget to do that. Sorcery points. Okay. Let's hope it hits. That was a waste all around.
That's a no good.
All right. So let's go all in here, and I will also cast Spiritual Weapon. And
Okay.
I'm going to drop it right between them. And I'm going to attack C.
All right, C is prone, so go ahead and use advantage on that.
There we go. Those were 2 good rolls.
That's an out of 20.
killed these things with crits.
14.
So much grace.
That does slice this thing in half, and it stops moving on the ground.
Is that... It says crit damage. That doesn't make sense to me, though. That should have been like 28, right?
Let's see. What's its base?
You just roll 2d8s and add them together. Really, it's not like 3E's crit system.
No,
Right, but that...
what's the base die for it? Spiritual weapons 1d8, right? So it would roll 2d8, and it rolls all of the dice twice, and it adds all the modifiers once.
Oh, that's why it changed it to 2d8. Okay, the base is 1d8. Okay, my character sheet makes it look like 2d8 is the base, not 1.
It's probably showing the advanced level casting for it. The upper cast.
I don't know why.
Like level
That's
2
weird.
or level 3.
Okay,
Either case, this thing is very dead.
right. Doesn't matter. We're good. Okay.
One remains. Echo, you're good, right, Fram?
All right.
I'm going to scoot over here
Uh-huh.
for my movement.
Like your gross little buddies aren't here anymore.
Yeah, Rum
And,
just got scooted over.
I'm gonna reckless attack this time.
Okay, smack it.
All right, dirty 20.
That hits. Filthy 20.
So dirty.
Sickening even.
And then and then 10 plus that 14 con save for the topple.
It is not toppled. It takes
It is
your
not
blow
toppled.
and looks
Alright.
at you.
All right, well, I'm gonna swing at it again.
Get it.
I did not hit it that time.
You do not, and it kind of tries to peck your hand as the hand goes by. And as
When it does, I'm like, ah!
I'm going to move you just in range of this thing. Sorry, Grump.
Yeah, no, I was in the way over here. In the
Oh
way.
yeah, sorry.
Did you
I
get?
move myself over. Oh, I know, Grum.
Well, we've seen one Goliath barbarian. You've seen them all.
That's
Hey,
good.
I am
That's
one
it.
in a million, okay? Rum crosses his arms at God again.
Fram, as you
And
swing,
everything zoomed out too far.
as you swing your hammer through, it hits with an 18 and deals 10 points of slashing damage. And as it hits you with its tentacles, you can see its beak follow up this time for a 14 to miss. And it just starts squawking at you, and you can see the little saliva just kind of hang between the parts of its mouth. Nyx, would you like to disintegrate this
Squawk
thing?
that.
Yes, please.
Rolling fireball damage on a firebolt. Crazy ass.
Right.
That was better than normal fireball damage, bro.
All right. I don't know about that one.
That was like ultra crit damage.
Psycho dragon lady.
15 hits.
15 does hit. I'm just going to just
Yeah.
move up to about here.
Right here.
Yep, just so you have a line of sight on it. 15 hits. And 15. 15 damage. You can see those little strands of saliva that connect the parts of the beak just kind of frizzle up and burn away. It's still alive, but charred. Grum, with your 20 feet of movement, what would you like to do?
I would like to use my little bitty movement, move closer. And I'm going to battle axe it again. And I am going to reckless attack this time. There we go. Hey, that hits.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, it does.
And that's going to deal 5 damage, and I need it to make another con save.
5 non-magical damage.
Yep.
14 I don't think saves.
Correct. So now I get to roll another attack, also at advantage, now that it's on its back. Goofy thing. Come on. Oh, thing. Ooh.
That hits.
You think?
No.
Think so? Nah. Oh, okay.
No.
Never mind. It'll take 13 damage anyway.
No. What does it look like when you kill this thing?
We sweep its legs or whatever it's walking or crawling on. It falls on its back, and with like the cleanest flow through, he trips it and then just re-aims and buries it down straight its sternum or equivalent.
Okay. It is no more. What you see also from your vantage point. So this mine cart goes up and around this way. This one goes out into the open air. What would the group like to do?
Grum would like to take a chunk of this crystal with his mining pick that he had.
All right. You chip away at it with one hand.
Yeah. Still
I'd like
have
to
to hold, no matter what. Do I sleep with it in my arms?
It is always kind of there.
So
It's great.
consider. So Frampt is from like mountains. Like he's been in caves, probably not mines, but like caves. Would these crystals be like something he'd normally recognize, or would they be something he hasn't seen? Or at least before he went to the Feywild, he grew up in caves. So
We'll go ahead and roll a nature check with advantage, and let's find out together.
sorry, I meant to do that with advantage. That's an 18 on the first one and a 16 on the second one.
It looks kind of like a lot of amethyst crystals in a way. Pretty, but not necessarily super rare.
Okay, nothing magical about them.
Only the way they look. Nothing else magical that you can detect offhand.
Damn. Hoping to find a new hammerhead.
Hey, Frampt, how you looking over there, buddy?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hear no bell. 55 out of 65.
All right, I'm gonna use Twilight Sanctuary because it doesn't say that I can't use it more than once. So like this 30-foot radius around me lights up, and I'm gonna move toward Frampt, and you get 1d6 plus 6 hit points.
Oh.
So it's a radius, but only one person benefits?
No, everybody can benefit from. Hang on.
You can.
No, whenever a creature ends its turn in the sphere. So yeah, more than one person. That is
How much?
a total of 8.
Yeah, you can use it however many
Alright.
channel divinities you have.
So do we all roll our own d6, or do you roll it for everyone?
I
I
would
think
say,
I roll it for everybody.
yeah, it comes from her, so she would roll it
Yeah.
for everybody.
Okay. So what is that? 2 healing?
It'll be 8.
Oh, 8.
Yep. For
Te-
6 seconds, and it lasts for a minute. So
temporary hit points, yes.
Oh, it's 10 HP. Gotcha.
there it is. I don't know why it's not with my
Also, echo your temp HP.
I gotta
goes
step away for a
because,
second to figure out what the yelling at the dogs is. I'll be right back. Plot.
channel. Okay.
What do you
So
say?
my
Why?
temp HP goes away.
Yeah, it only stays up when I have rage.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I mean, I guess technically we still have it for the next 10 minutes, but I mean,
Well, I'm gonna take 8 of that healing from my Twilight Sanctuary then. And if we stand here another 6 seconds, you get another D6
How and why?
because it lasts for a minute. It's more of like a battle
Right.
spell. But yeah, it lasts for a minute, and anytime you end your turn in the sphere, you get another benefit from it.
oh shit.
So basically, as long as we're within 30 feet of you, we can maintain temp HP.
Yep.
That is
Oh
broken
wait,
as
it was
fuck.
temp HP.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
supposed to
I
add
killed. I
HP?
thought it was.
That is kind of broken. Even though it's only a D6, it's still kind of like messed up.
Well, it's a
Like you
D6
get
plus
I
unlimited
2.
thought.
temp HP, bro. I'm not
Yeah, I
complaining.
thought it
It's
was
just like holy
HP.
shit.
I thought it was. I thought it was a heal at first. I was like, whoa, okay.
Yeah,
Right, that would have been
I
even more
totally,
OP. Okay.
I
Shit.
totally misread that. I will heal you properly here in a second.
He's fine.
No, don't worry about it. I have actually cure wounds. Like I mean, it's 2D. I'm only like down 10 HP. I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna blow my 2D8 for that just yet.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna waste a healing word for 10.
I was gonna say with how our barbarians are pretty much built, like we're made to sponge damage, so you can
Well,
in fact
Yeah,
hold on to some of your
and I have.
healing spells for a while. And not only do we have a huge health pool, but we both have that stone's endurance where we can mitigate damage too. So yeah.
Actually, I don't have stone. I don't. Yeah, I don't have stones
You should. You're a
endurance because
Goliath. All Goliaths come with it.
I am. Well, I'm the 2024 version. So like
And they
you have
don't have
giant
stone's
ancestry
endurance?
each.
That's
There's
rude.
there's
You have power-
branches of the Goliath.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. It depends on which.
right. You have different
It depends on which
versions
giant
now.
ancestry.
Right. Okay.
I'm cloud
Damn,
giant.
that's right.
I'm cloud giant. I get a free misty step.
Right. Okay. I remember reading that now.
Okay, well, barbarian.
Okay.
And I get.
Well, fuck.
Because it's sharp.
That is
Yeah, but
pretty
we're not
dope,
in any
though.
in danger of
It's like
dying.
on a
Like
classic dope.
Okay, the Gricks are dead. Which path do we pick?
Really
Can I
quick
see
about that
first?
crystal. Do I just add an amethyst, or is it like something custom?
Just add an amethyst. Yeah, just add a chunk of amethyst.
Can I have one too, Grum?
Do you say that in character?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll carve a chunk for Echo as well.
Thank
Since she
you.
asked
is anyone
politely.
proficient with like? Is anyone proficient with like stone cutting or masonry, like stone cutting tools or anything?
Nope.
Just
I
grab
just have a miner's pick.
Echo, do you take the track that leads into the tunnel in the cage, or are you going towards the outside?
I just wanted to see. Okay, yeah, I don't want to go down that track. It goes down into a tunnel, right?
This goes. I would say this goes up through.
Oh, okay.
Above
Yeah,
the water level.
Yeah, you water level.
Oh, there's a
you-
bridge.
You would be deposited out here.
Oh, I
Okay.
can kind of
Okay.
see the
Ah.
track connection point right here where
Yeah.
it's hidden.
Okay.
I can see
No,
it
I
now.
don't
Yeah.
feel the need to go that way.
You said that's
I
not the way you're going?
No. I will turn to the group and say I probably shouldn't go first.
Grum
If we want
starts
any
sluggishly approaching, like,
Yeah.
I got you, Echo. And then he just kind
I
of
mean,
like
yeah.
hoists the shield back up and continues in front.
All right, Grum, let me give you some text here.
All right. Hey, there's water again.
There,
Don't swim in.
there is water there. Let me see what number it is on the map. That's 15.
We're higher up too. There's ladders there.
3 levels of wooden scaffolding line this 40-foot tall cliff of dark stone. On the bottommost scaffolding are 6 figures digging at the rock face along the length of cliff walls. Along the length of the cliff runs an elevated set of rickety mine cart tracks. Which you're on.
Grum turns. Oop. Grum. Grum turns around back to the party and he's like, 1, 2, 3, 4. He starts counting his fingers to 6 on both hands, and he holds them up, and then he points downward, and then with another hand signal, kind of like gestures forward, and then one finger over his mouth for stealth. So he basically tried to silently relay that information again to the party. 6 baddies down below. Let's proceed ahead quietly.
Grum, make a perception check. You're perceptive. It's fine. Continue.
Everything's fine. This is okay.
Continue. Just go ahead, continue. Do what you were doing. Nothing to see here.
Well, yeah, he just did what he did to relay information to the party. And he's gonna, like, I guess he's gonna try and stealth, as I assume. Oh, no, not yet. He's gonna go back this way a little. Come on, grab the token. There we go. Gonna go back, be like, Echo.
There is a ladder that leads down, just so you know, that was where you were at.
Yeah, I saw those. There's 3 ladders in total. I'm gonna turn to Echo and address her and say, Echo, we all love you, but you're loud as fuck. And then he just kind of places, he doesn't even place his hands, he just raises his arms up and lets them fall on her shoulders and just very gently but still firmly squeezes them down just enough so that you feel it in an attempt to, like, keep her armor from rustling and making noise.
I'm gonna look at
And be like,
Framp.
this is how we should proceed. Let us muffle your armor so that we can try to stealth more easily.
Oh, I guess it wouldn't help if I was flying.
It
Okay.
might, because you wouldn't be moving like with a walk and a ball and a, what do you call it, bob in your step, you know? So it might. It just depends on your logic and how the DM feels about it. If you can make a case, he might love it.
All right.
So, oh, sorry, I don't want to move that guy. Or go ahead. What were you gonna say, Eka?
I'm gonna activate Steps of Night, and and I now am flying instead of walking. And we'll see.
Before you do that,
Okay.
I was gonna say, cause I've been like trying to keep track of like the layout so far of where we're going and everything. So I can, looking like straight ahead, I can see how the railroad track like turns up, and like also like notice like there is another path, like a northern path that we didn't do that had tracks. And so there might be a way to sneak around these assholes.
Framp, you're so smart.
Who all takes a look at these things?
At the bad guys downstairs,
I'm
I do.
I was told to stay put until otherwise instructed, so I haven't looked yet.
Fram,
I would have looked.
roll a perception. Anybody that wants to look at them, roll a perception check.
I'm going to see what I can see from my spot where Grum is holding me.
Oh my god, my rolls tonight. My skill
Yikes.
rolls suck.
I'm just looking at Grum.
I'm scared to stealth now.
Okay, Grum and Nyx, with your rolls, you notice
Fram.
Yes, Fram. 1 Goliath, 2 Goliath, 3 Goliath, 4. All Goliath, same.
We don't all look alike, you racists.
DM no more. I don't know.
The DM is done. We've broken him.
No more.
You broke the DM a long time ago, let's be honest. So you two notice two things. One, they all seem to be busy kind of working the wall like miners. And two, they look very similar to Holodak.
Makes sense that friends would notice that.
What is like their like physical state? Do they look disheveled, like and like tired, like they're forced to do this, or like I don't know, they choose to be here, or dead?
That's an interesting choice of. So one, they're obviously undead. That's one. Two, they don't seem tired. They don't seem exhausted. They just seem to be doing.
Okay. So they're just straight up zombies. Alright.
They're undead.
We should still avoid them.
Are they in
And
like
like
a
looking
trance?
down.
Go ahead, y'all. Sorry.
Are they in like a
I
trance?
was just asking you.
How would you like to ascertain that? I mean, if their movements are, with the perception checks, their movements are almost robotic, but they look like professional robotic miners. Roll an insight check.
Okay. Ooh.
16, they're probably continuing in death the task they were performing in life.
Like these are our buddies. I bet these are our old buddies. You're all friends.
I bet these are the buddies that we saw, or I saw in the first cave. Right?
The first cave. The
one we didn't take. But
Oh.
then I
First
see
path, the
dead
first
people
branch of
lining
the-
the wall.
Oh. That would be a
Man,
much...
I was totally thinking back to the first time we killed goblins.
me too. That would be... There's no way to ascertain that as of yet.
Phooey.
Hey, DM, can I make a different perception check for this structure over here on the map?
Sure.
Cool. As soon as my page loads to let me. Let's just refresh because time is overdue.
You want to put it in for another hour to let it warm?
Do I just need to leave the lid on?
Mm-hmm.
Just okay.
Sorry.
Okay, perception coming up. Sorry about the delay. Gonna be a 16, not bad.
It's hard to say. It looks like there's a door to it, and there's some kind of glow, red fiery glow emanating from it.
Okay, wouldn't that glow be from like the uppermost point?
It's kind of emanating from inside it.
Okay.
And this blue stuff is water, right?
That's how I took it.
All right, and so that means that they're mining on the wall that has the ladders.
They are
the
mining.
side?
Yeah, that goes down. That side goes down.
So
Okay.
are they kind of like more or less under the track, maybe?
They're on the lower tier. They're on a lower tier. They're about 30 foot down from the from the ladder. The ladder goes about 30 feet down.
Okay.
So are we going north and around? Is that the plan?
We can do that. We can also just sneak up the ladders as we go by in case they notice us.
Yeah, that's true too. Like, and if they start climbing the ladder, we can just kick them off.
Well, just, are the ladders attached? Like looking at the ladder that's next to Grum, like is it attached or is it just like leaning against the wall?
I would imagine that miners in this situation would have bolted the ladders like this in some fashion.
Yeah,
We can still kick
that's what
them
I
off
thought too, but I figured
the ladder don't need to move.
But I
Just
figured-
kick them off.
yeah.
30-foot drop is still
I was
gonna
just
hurt.
hoping that I was hoping that with an undead workforce, you know, they wouldn't be really care about OSHA standards, you know.
Well,
Right.
the undead didn't build the rest. The Drugar built the rest. It was built by the utmost of professionals.
Oh, yeah. All right. So I say we backtrack and go north. I want to get a better layout of this cave too.
So you want to follow the track going up and around? This one?
No, I want to go back to the first branch of the
This
one
way.
path we didn't explore when we first entered the cave. Yes, the northern side.
I understand. Okay.
I'm good with that.
Mm-hmm.
Francis trying to do a thing, I'll let Francis do a thing.
And
Yeah.
I'll take the lead. All right. There we go.
Rum can teleport too.
And I'll go ahead
Magic.
and take the lead. Grum, but all right.
I agree with everything he just said.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, bodies, rusty mine carts, spider webs.
I want to investigate the first dead body I see and check and see if I can tell what caved it in.
Roll
Doing
one
that, I
investigation.
investigate the webs.
One investigation check for whoever wants to investigate something.
I will investigate the webs. I'm trying to basically see if they are fresh.
5.
Okay.
17.
There we go, 17.
Yeah.
So, Echo and Grum. The spider webs don't seem any fresher than anything else. You do notice that one of the dead bodies has a pair of bracers that look to have a special kind of soft purple to them, but it's some kind of engraving swirl.
Ooh.
I'll check that out. What is it? What is the swirl? Is it like a sigil or is it just a design?
One Arcana check.
I'm so good at those. Hey, Echo, help me with that.
You got it. Here's your
Thank
assistance.
you. Yeah, I would have asked in character too. Like, bro.
Man, I keep forgetting I have guidance.
Come on, come on.
I was
Let's
going
do
to ask
this.
you for guidance to get across that bridge.
So,
Yeah.
first, I have a question for you, Grump. These are on a skeleton. Do you just rip the skeleton's arm off, or?
No.
I mean, I wouldn't have like
course he
tried
does.
to rip the arm off, but if it comes off, then whatever. You know,
Echo is going to help him be as respectful as possible to the dead.
given
If he
Echo's
dies.
a cleric, I will like try and save face and
Yeah.
make a good impression. I'll be a good boy. I'll be a good boy and respect the
Yeah,
dead.
Make a sleight of hand check
Yeah,
to
that would
not break the bone.
That's
Echo, I'm
something that
sorry
would
in
irk
advance.
Framp too. Like
I
that's
am
something that would irk Framp too. Like
19.
it was,
Yeah.
You slip
unless it
off
was for
these
a good
bracers. What's that, Frampton?
yeah. I said it would be something that would unnerve Framp too, given that he is someone who's supposed to like help guide souls and stuff like that. But if it's for a good reason, like he's also practical, a little pragmatic. He'd give like Grum a stern eye if he noticed.
Grum, you take these off in your hand. With your 6, you can't really tell. Maybe something special, maybe not.
Okay. Are they pretty or are they cool?
Well, you know the classic line. Pretty's in the eye of the beholder.
Well, okay, so in a stereotypical fashion, are they cool looking or are they pretty looking? Because you did mention they have like some purple element to them.
Why is that a hard line? Can't something be cool and pretty?
It
Echo thinks
can.
they're
That's
cool
but
and
I'm
pretty.
asking for a reason. That's why I'm trying to like garner how they actually look. You know? Because depending on the look, it may decide a decision Brum is about to make.
So I would describe them. They have a dark leather to them, but there's also like a bit of a purple patch, a purple hue that runs, and a soft little swirling set of designs that are engraved into them.
Okay. With all of that information, Grum is going to also think about his new shield. And he's going to make this move with the intention of sparing the party, hopefully. And he's going to put them on himself, the bracers.
What's gonna happen to you?
I know, right? I'm kind of turning myself into the experiment here.
You get turned into
Got
a dwarf.
new unidentified magic items. I'll turn myself into the curse bane, into the curse rod, whatever they call them. Like a lightning rod, but for curses.
We're just gonna be dragging you around because you're gonna be like half petrified, and like one
Yeah,
foot's
just
gonna be like a
put me
goat
where you
hoof,
need
and,
me and
like,
let me take the damage.
I don't know how long I was on mute there.
Oh no!
we didn't hear any. We heard nothing from you.
Right.
I thought you were like rolling like.
I thought you were
curses or
looking
something.
stuff up.
No. Grum, do you know what you have? Out of curiosity,
What do you mean?
do you know what the bracers are?
I have no clue.
Okay. So you put it on?
Yeah, I did put them on.
Do you take any time to try to like adjust them, get to kind of attuned to anything that they might be?
Totally like fasten them and put them on the right way. Like I'm not just gonna slide them over and then like leave it loosey goosey. Like I totally like wear them the proper way.
Okay. So we'll leave them on your wrist for now, and I'll let you know when something happens.
Great. I'm gonna explode.
Would the group like to continue on? And I will say this, as you start getting closer to that mine track, you hear a swirling sound. A whirling sound. A swirling, whirling sound.
Okay.
Like machinery or
What?
What kind of check would you like to roll to determine that?
I'm gonna roll perception because it's been pissing me off. Oh my god.
Investigation, because I have a +6.
15.
That's the sad part. I have a +5 to my perception and it's still rolling horribly.
Guess I'll do an
Nervous
investigation.
chuckle.
That's right. The girls are going to investigate.
I don't think that one is very good.
That is not very good. To confirm. 16, it does sound like machinery of some sort.
Okie dokie. What do you think, guys? Another weird magic forge machinery thingy? Or something else crazy?
As long as you
I don't know.
flaming
Frams wasn't here for
flower.
that. So.
Framps. Thought he came in. I thought I came in like at the end of that. Oh, I
No.
came in when you guys were done.
You came in after that whole thing, yeah.
I'm sure the story
But
would have
even
been
so,
story would have been told. I'm decently sure of that.
oh yeah, catching him up to speed and whatnot.
Would the group like to take the path?
Let's do
I
it.
mean, sure, we backtracked for a reason.
All right. Can I have a marching order?
I'll go ahead since it's my idea. I'll lead the way.
Echo, do you still want to be behind me and Frampt, or what?
Yeah, I'll take at least third, if not the rear.
I'll
Okay.
take last.
Nyx is like, I'm happy to be in the back. Fuck all of y'all. Crazy bastard.
Yes.
Wait. First of all, wait, Grum, what is your walking speed?
20 feet right now.
20 feet. All right.
Ask me
You
why.
should actually go ahead because I look at the turtle and I see you moving slow, and I just shake my head, like I just nod my head, like I get it. But you know, group
Grum
only
has no
pack only
problem
moves.
taking point. However, he will inform you that it has no effect on his stealthing, whether for good or bad.
I know, but
Until
I
the
can cover
DM says
distance
otherwise.
faster than you can.
Yes.
And then I bring up
All right,
the rear so that the group has like barbarian sandwiching between them.
As you go down the shaft, the noise will get louder.
Okay. I guess we'll get like right here for
That's
now,
what she
since that's
said.
where the map ends. So
It's
That's
not where
okay.
the map ends. It's just it
It's where
goes
you have
it
it.
goes through here. This is only accessible through the cesspit. So you would
oh, gotcha.
you would come through to here.
Groovy. I'll go right up there just to give the party space to follow in.
All right. Grum, as you step there, stay there as something is about to charge at you.
Ugh.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
What is that?
Oh no!
Oh, it's a fire element too.
A fucking war machine.
This thing, as soon as you peek through, rams at you with the charge. Let's roll initiative to see if you can move out of the way before it hits you.
Grum has advantage on initiative.
I don't think it'll do him much good.
It won't, but I'll roll twice anyway, just to entertain it.
13.
I never got
13.
20. What the hell?
So,
So, the other part of my curse is that even if I roll a natural 20 on initiative, it's a 1.
but you do have an initiative bonus of 3. So your minimum is 4.
Wait, what level for 3?
So the way that I read the curse, treat a roll on your d20 as a 1. It doesn't say you can't add your initiative bonus.
Oh.
That's the way that I'm reading that. So it puts your base at a 4.
Oh, okay. I applaud you, bro.
You're welcome to challenge
Here I am
that.
talking about I'd love to DM a game, and I have so much to learn.
It's very simple. Just make decisions confidently and roll with it, right or wrong.
I agree wholeheartedly, man. It's all about the confidence, right? Fake it till you make it.
Okay, Echo. From your vantage point, you see this big fiery drill start to dash towards the party.
Okay. Well, I am going to. Oh, wait. I think I can. Nope, I don't have that. All right. Not a very good buff cleric right now. I'm going to throw up Spirit Guardians.
Good spell.
I thought you were going to throw up gang sign.
I'm just going to throw up.
That's next.
Right.
Next step, we're going to the
E-Dog don't play.
That's right.
What does
is
Echo Spirit Guardians look like?
they're like they're what did you say?
Uh-oh. I want to hear it.
I said gangsters.
It said they gangsta sign. What the fuck, bro? I was thinking of Nami from Ocarina.
They're almost fairies, but they're more like they look more like a Studio Ghibli character.
I love it.
Okay.
And there's all kinds of different like versions of it. Some are animals, some are human-esque, but they're all very, very soft.
Would you like
and they're vicious.
Like a carousel?
Yeah.
Would you like to approach this big fiendish auger?
Yes. So what she's gonna do is she's gonna throw up the Spirit Guardians, and she's gonna actually get in front of Grum and make sure that it takes the full force of the little Guardians as they attack it.
All right. How much damage for the Guardians?
I actually need a Wisdom save, I believe. Yeah.
It fails.
Sweet. So, wow, that's not bad at all.
It is much better than the last one.
It is much better. So 20 damage as all these little creatures just swarm it, and even though it's I assume it's metal, there's like these like tearing sounds as they try to rip into it.
Okay, visualized. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay, Bram.
Ooh. Like, what the fuck is that? And I'm gonna rage again.
This is literally raging against the machine, just so you know.
Fuck yeah, I was just thinking about it.
There we are. And then let
That's
me go
actually
ahead
my
and
wife's favorite pan
do.
too.
I'll be right back.
So Grum takes 7 temp HP. Unless Echoes is. Oh wait, I'm guessing. Yeah, it takes 7 temp HP. Unless, do we still have Echoes temp HP? I don't remember.
I don't know. Give me 1 sec. I have to check on something.
All right.
Would Echo have been mindful of it all this time up until this point?
I'm gonna have to talk with her. Until then, we will play the waiting game.
We play some more with this thing.
Okay, I'm back.
Echo, do we still have temp HP from the thing you did earlier?
It only lasts for a minute, even with concentration.
All right, so I'm gonna take that off then. Taking myself 6 for my rage, and then Grum, you have 7 from me.
All right, thank you very much.
Yup.
Hello?
Hello?
What happened?
Hello.
Did we lose people?
I feel like Mark just went
yeah,
dead
Mark-
over there. He was in the middle of his turn.
No, I'm still here. The DM said he had to get up and go do something, so I was waiting to get back.
Oh, I totally forgot about that. I was thinking it was just
What'd I miss?
No.
me being a dumbass.
All right,
People having
Frampton.
temp HP from raging.
Oh. Okay, Fram, you give temp HP.
And then I'm going to. Can I get past Echo and Grum?
Yeah,
at
you
all?
can pass through your own, and we can hold 2 people
I'm gonna
per square.
slide.
Slide to the left.
I was gonna
Slide
slide
to the
over
right.
here and get between
Everybody, clap your
the
hands.
wall. Because it's facing Grum, so I wanted to be on its side. Does it have like a cockpit or anything like that? Like any levers?
Not that you can see. It's on fire.
That's good enough. Alright, well, let's hit the bastard. Let's see. 24.
That hits.
There's a 24 hit.
It does.
14 damage.
Okay, you hit into this thing. You can kind of see where it dents into it. So you guys are hitting.
Is it capable of being?
Is
it capable of being toppled?
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, this doesn't say this doesn't have anything about size, so.
Yeah, this thing's got a decent amount of immunities.
I was gonna say, just by its
Huh.
design, it looks like it would be immune to the prone
Yeah.
position.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna hit it. Woohoo! Let's hit it again.
Yes, he did again.
14.
Does not hit.
14. Good.
You hear the
All
clang of it as you
That-
hit off the metal.
All right. And that's it for me. And I'm like, what the fuck are you? Because I have not really seen anything machinery before.
It is a machine, and Nyx.
My turn for a firebolt, right?
You can firebolt away.
Let's see if fire does anything to it.
Oh, wait, that was the wrong one.
That's
Hold on,
fine.
that was the wrong one. Not a ray of frost.
You can reroll as a firebolt. With the firebolt with the 10, you can't hit it. It shoots over it and it hits against the wall. Pieces of the rock kind of hit against the crate and you hear the thud, thud, thud. But you don't hit the auger.
Bummer.
Grum. You actually beat this thing in initiative. It rolled very poorly.
I was just saying, like, how surprised I am I go before it.
It rolled very poorly and has a bad dex.
Thank the Lord. All right. Grum is going to start off by bonus actioning his raid.
All over the shed.
And then, yeah, we're going to swing with the battle axe. And that's a natural one.
It's a
Luck
natural
point.
miss.
Luck point, no natural one.
Okay.
Why?
I
Why
have
would
luck
you?
points, though.
A natural
What?
2?
Right. Stop putting all your bad juice. Oh my god!
Oh no!
Ugh.
Oh no.
Second attack. Second attack. Let's see. Okay, that turned it around.
That is much better.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh Lord Jeebus. Alright. This is going to take critical damage.
This is a good time for crit damage.
So that's going to be 12 because I am raging.
Okay.
Uh,
So you
and then... Turn. Yep, that'll be my turn.
okay, you hit into it with the axe and you can see where the metal goes indented on itself, and you can see the drill kind of stutter a few things, but it keeps going. And as it keeps going, Grum, it started aiming at you, and by God, it's gonna keep aiming at you. So the tip of the drill bit tries to slam into you. 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. So as it does, you feel 16 points of piercing, but it's also on fire.
Okay.
So you feel the heat come in next, and you take 3 additional points of fire damage.
Okay, so the piercing is cut in half, and then the fire damage is 3.
Okay, so take 8 piercing and 3 fire.
Done.
And as that happens, there is a big burst of heat that comes out and engulfs all of you. And I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw. As a gigantic heat wave flows along the corners of this cave wall.
17. Stop.
Okay. Anybody who got less than a 17 takes 16 points of damage. Anybody that got a 17 or higher takes 8.
How many points
I'm
of
gonna
damage?
use a reaction to lessen that with my stone's endurance,
Okay. So
and that is oh my god. So what was the amount
Wow.
of damage? 16, you said?
it was 16. Subtract 1 off of that 16.
God damn.
Nyx, you're a tiefling, so that would naturally cut it in half. So you would take 8, even on a failed save.
Nice.
Echo, you're cut in half, and Grump, you are the cheese that stands alone.
Damn.
Just to let you know,
Yeah,
Nyx,
I-
if you did
never mind.
save, it would have cut it into a quarter, so you would have only taken 4.
Echo, this thing is hot. Literally hot.
It just ended its turn, right?
It did. So, damage?
Yes, it takes damage. Yeah, I guess I just roll again. It's gonna take another 12 points of damage.
Alright, I like damage. This thing, it's drilling slower and slower, but it's still drilling.
I don't know how I would know this, but does it look like shaken? Are there pieces falling off of it? Anything crazy?
There are dents from all the hitting into it, and it is turning slower and slower, like it's having trouble getting around.
Okay. Gosh. Okay, I'm gonna throw a. Let's see. I'm gonna shoot it with Cold Dead. I need another Wisdom saving throw, please.
The Wise Augur rolls a 4.
Yes. So let's do this. Are you kidding me?
So 3 points of damage.
Yep.
These dice are not liking us tonight, y'all.
It feels very
Some of
cold,
us.
though.
Boom.
Well, at least there's that.
Can you guys hear me?
Who said
Yeah.
that?
A little bit.
Okay, cool. Sorry,
Who
I had
said
to
what?
switch headset.
Who said what?
Cramp.
Oh.
Rams.
And
Or Echo. I'm sorry. You weren't done? What do you...
no, I'm gonna throw a healing word at Grum.
What's the word?
My angel.
In the moment here, the word is here, and you get 8 points of healing.
It will.
Grum heal 8.
Fits. I take all of the healing.
All right, now Fram.
All right. What's this thing's like size? Just large or
Huge.
huge? Okay, never mind. Alright, I'm gonna attack it again.
This thing is
Where's
literally
that giant?
huge.
Alright, I'm
There's
gonna
that
reckless
giant
attack.
Goliath with the growth spurt.
Reckless attack. Come on, crit. Come on, crit. Damn.
20 hits.
Alright. 14 bludgeoning damage. And I want to try and aim for like where the drill connects to the rest of it.
You could certainly aim for that. You're hitting it so much at an angle. Again, it slows, but it looks like it could whirl back, but you could hear the parts just kind of cracking apart. But you can't quite separate the drill from the shaft.
Alright. Swing one more time. 19. Woohoo. Come on. And then 11 points of damage. And I'm going to aim for the same area.
Right. I would say that it's hanging on by a bolt. Ram, anything else?
I'm like, why won't... I scream at it, and I'm like, why won't you just die, metal hippo?
Metal hippo. Nyx.
I will try to firebolt it again.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage. So you hit it, and your firebolt mixes in with its fire, and it kind of harmlessly whirls around the drill bit. So it doesn't look like it caused any serious damage. All right, Grum.
Really quick, would that have been noticeable to the entire party? Echo's or Nyx's firebolt just now?
Yeah, most likely.
I feel like Grum would verbally stipulate that, like, fire has no effect on it, before making his own attacks at it.
Good. One attack.
That's going to be a 16.
That hits.
Yay. It like pretends to register, but then it doesn't.
Well, I'll say this: no
Let me try this again.
matter what, it's more than one. So you
Right.
you describe how this thing breaks.
I feel like seeing how wobbly it is, like maybe the drill would be knocked a little off balance. So I feel like Grum would aim specifically for like the connection point and just like swing. Like he'd probably even like jump up if he could, but that might be a little too much even for roleplay. Anyway, he'd swing the axe at the connection point between the base and the drill, hoping to destroy the bit.
So the entire bit doesn't get broken, but you can cleave it off of its shaft, and it looks horribly dented.
Hey, maybe we should try to salvage this drill bit and give Grum a new weapon. Or a new friend, either or, man. It probably will take both of us to wield it. It's so big. That's what she said, by the way.
All right, let me give you the official text of this area real quick. Stacks of crates fill the chamber. Some are half covered by dusty tarps that barely hide the ore within, while others are nailed shut. You have beat the creaking metally thing. Actually, the creak of metal echoes from a conveyor of buckets that runs from the floor of the cavern to a hole near the ceiling. A set of minecart tracks pass through the northwest end of the cavern. How would the party like to proceed?
Clearly, the drill is in here drilling. Is there a point that looks like there was contact made from the drill?
It looks like the entire wall was, or really probably a large portion of this room might have been drilled out by the drill at one point. It doesn't look like it was active.
The whole cavern.
It doesn't look like it was actively drilling at the moment.
Okay.
They're just storing it here for now, that type of thing.
Do we want to check any of the crates?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome. Are we
Actually,
all
he
rolling our
gave me
own
that.
individual stuff, or are we gonna like help those with higher investigations?
Well, let's roll,
First off-
and I'll tell you guys what you guys can find, and then you can split it up however you find it.
Alrighty.
I am gonna give myself guidance on an investigation.
Rumno's smart enough.
Neither is Echo.
An 11.
You guys are rolling something else.
I only got a 12.
12 is the highest, I think.
Ooh.
So here is what's blatantly obvious. Okay, so you search in the open crates, you can find 30 pounds of unrefined iron ore. When you open the smaller crates, Nyx, you find a translucent light blue crystal shard veined with indigo light.
Ooh.
And you also find a fist-sized amethyst worth 250 gold pieces. And our second highest framped, you can find 4 large chunks of blue quartz worth 30 gold pieces each. The ones that rolled less than that, you get nothing!
Nothing for you.
Divide that up however you want amongst the group.
So I only really caught the 30 pounds of ore. I hope Nyx and Frampt caught their shit. But
I got the
we could
120
definitely-
worth of blue quartz.
Yes,
we
and I
could
have
definitely sell this
Stiglo
shit.
and an amethyst.
And the thing that you found is actually a gem of brightness. So you found a magic item.
Ooh.
And
in
that's actually
inventory,
not a
blue
bad
quartz-
item. It's not just a candle.
Yeah.
Blue quartz is only 10 GP. Should I just add like 12 of them to make it to equal the same amount of gold?
Yeah, that's fine with me. Or you could just give yourself the gold. I'm not a stickler about any of that. Whichever you want to do.
I was gonna say we could actually like sell all of this stuff and like
Except
get a party fund going if y'all wanted, because
Yeah.
30 pounds of ore, iron ore, is just that.
you're
I
welcome
just
to
got
carry
100.
along the iron ore.
I'm going to take 5 pounds of that for reasons.
5 pounds of ore.
Yeah,
for raisins.
for
Just
reasons.
curious, top of game. What's the reasons?
Because she wants to make either Frampt or Grum a new weapon.
Aw.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because
That's
they're
so
both
nice.
struggling right now.
So,
Uh,
they're custom.
I actually wanted to investigate the auger and see if there's any like magical pieces in it, like any like enchanted just pieces of metal to pull out. Even though I don't have a very good Arcana score,
You
Someone
could-
wants to give me a hand with that.
I'll assist.
If you're searching for pieces, you can do an investigation. If you want to see if they're magical pieces, yeah, do an Arcana check.
Looking for something magical since.
So how
I've
do you
encountered
add
a
those
lot of
items
things
to
that-
your inventory?
In your character sheet under the inventory tab, third one over, click manage inventory, and you should be able to search through the filter. If that doesn't work, you can for gold items you can just kind of write those down, or anything else we can fill in on the back end later.
Okay.
Really quick, there's no iron ore, so about how much would you say that's worth, or to be determined?
You'll find out when you find somebody to smelt it.
All right.
Because he who smelt it dealt it.
Right.
I only rolled a 9 with guidance for that arc.
Indiglo doesn't pop up for some reason.
You had advantage, Frampt.
Oh, I did? All right.
Yeah, I'm
Let me do
helping.
that again. Come on. Woohoo, 17. And yeah.
So Nyx, what you actually have for your inventory, you would add a gem of brightness.
Gem of brightness.
Yes.
And do I make it magical?
It's already magic.
It is going to be a magical item. It should be one that you can filter out.
If you just type brightness in the search bar, it'll pop right up.
Okay. Found it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that is yours.
Yeah, Gem of Brightness is cool. You just have to be close enough to enemies to use it. That was a hint, hint, wink, wink moment.
Ah.
What's
Do
your...
I have to equip it?
What's that? Yeah. I don't know if it's equipable. If you can equip it, go ahead and equip it. And Frampt, you got a 17?
Yes.
You can't find any magical pieces, but the 17, it almost seems like it's a possessed drill. Or it was a possessed drill.
Given my spiritual background, can I like detect anything off of it? Like possess, like is like the soul still in it, or did it like dissipate?
Let's say you might be able to detect a residual, but it would have been eliminated with the destruction of the machine.
All right. Just shake my head and I'm like, parts made of metal. Ugh. So uncivilized.
All right. What paths would the group like to take next?
We can backtrack some more.
So to
Actually,
get,
I am curious about where this track leads. I'm not gonna lie.
would you like to jump on the conveyor? There is a switch. There is a switch right here, and you could ride the track around if you put a minecart on it.
I need to put a minecart on it.
You're gonna put a minecart on it?
Well, we have to. I said we have to. I don't see any in here.
You could grab. You could easily find a cart though. You've passed several.
There's some in the one that we just came from.
I think
Take
Grum
one.
would ask Bram, or not even ask. He'd just be like, "Hey, come help me with this real quick," and we'd, go back to that first upper room, bring a cart back, and be like, "All right, who's ready for a ride?"
All right. So you all get in the same cart?
Can we all fit in the same cart?
Uncomfortably.
Yeah, right?
Probably not.
Uncomfortably. I'm gonna stick you all in this. For the purposes of moving you, I'm going to stick you all in the same cart.
Who wants to ride Grum's lap?
I raise my hand.
Is it?
He pats his thigh twice.
Is everybody ready?
Yes.
I'm ready.
All right. The minecart starts to go, and it goes chicka 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 chicka, and you start going on an up incline. I dropped you all in the fog of war. Terrible.
Horrible.
And you see an opening and a source of light ahead of you. And
Oh, it's where the other things were.
Shit.
as the minecart comes to the top, you see 3 undead Ashen Whites pounding away at metal hammers, and they all look at you as you come up, and that seems to be a good place for the night.
Nice.
I'm excited to finally be fighting undead.
I know, right?
Congratulations,
I
you've
had an
literally
idea.
come full circle.
Yay! Is
Great.
the conveyor belt still going? Like, can we just keep riding by and just wave at him as we go by, and then it just goes back in the tunnel and takes us back where we were?
That will be an option you can explore next week.
I love this so much.
I know.
Right?
I cannot quit drawing boxes.
All right, guys. You guys have a good night. Like
You
always,
too.
it's late.
You as well,
Playtime.
I gotta
sleepyhead.
go to sleep. Yup. By the way, Framt has been dreaming about old pieces of the world tree that had fallen off and are now petrified.
Mm.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Thinking about that for his character.
Incorrect.
All right,
Night, everyone.
everybody have a good night.
This is
You
Good night.
as well.
I did not
Fun
expect to
session.
come back to the
Totally-
surface.
Totally badass.
I
See what
just
happens when you plan? We derail you. Take minecart put a
you know, you guys can derail me all you want. I enjoy this.
very comfy.
Nah. All right, guys. Good night. We'll see you next week.
All right.
Good
All right,
night.
brother.